Hello and good evening, beautiful people. Well, we are here with our teacher Chris and Ali Missini. Let's see if Ali Missini will stay with us or not. Good evening, teacher Chris. Good morning.
Good morning. It's 11
Good
o'clock
morning.
in the morning here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy to see you today here.
Happy to see you too.
How are you doing?
Well, it's
Wow,
daylight.
it's beautiful.
I had to get up. I had to get up early this morning. I went to the doctor, and
Mhm.
I haven't seen the doctor for over a year. And of course, I wore two masks. And we had a doctor's appointment, and then I won't see him again for another 6 months, depending on if I'm still here. So,
Oh,
that's it. And he says, come early, come in the morning when there's less people there. And then there was enough people there, so I stayed, and then we went home. We usually get up about this time now, around 11 or so, and so I got up around 5. And we got there and we came home and we're back to normal because we're so used to not being around people. So it's been a year without people. And so when we go out, it's a little different. But that's the way it is.
how is different?
Well, because Anne and I like to be by ourselves a lot. And that was the nice thing about COVID because I like to be around people. Anne doesn't like to be around people too much, but I'm so used to not being around people physically, it's okay. And I know down the road when this COVID thing gets over with, I'll be going to France, I'll be going to, wherever. I'm in no hurry because, like you say, it's best to live in the present moment, whatever we have, and not think too much about yesterday or think too much about tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think people are thinking too much about tomorrow, about yesterday, and why do
Well,
you think people can't live in the present moment? What's the reason?
I know that very well because in most of my 63, almost 64 years, I was either in the past or I was either in the future, and I never was in present time. So that may shock a few people out there, but a lot of the time I was in books and I studied history and I was thinking about science fiction, the future, and I was very rarely in the present moment. And so it took me many, many years to get to be in present time. It took me many, many years of discipline to get me in the here and now. I wasn't always this way.
Hmm. What happened when you are in the present? No, I mean, what happened when you are in the past and in the future, and you are not living the present moment?
I would say it would be escapism. You're escaping to something else. You
Hmm.
escape to your imagination. You escape to something else. Well, that's okay. I mean, hey, um, I remembered all my dreams. I still do. And so I would think about my life when I'm sleeping, or um, I spent a lot of time watching television when I was young. I still do, but now Web Talk has replaced most of that, which is pretty exciting. Is being live with somebody else across the world. That's more exciting than being passive, looking at a screen of something else. So I consider that pretty exciting.
Hmm. Yeah, me too. I mean, to talk with somebody from who knows which country and you never met. It's just amazing. And to know, to start to know their culture by their discussion, by their presence in the live stream, it's just amazing. Not just to read or to watch, let's
Oh,
say, a documentary from I don't know who. It's it's wow. Yeah.
it's really amazing because imagine this in December. I'll be real quick here. December 2008, I met my wife Anne, and then we were online until April of 2009, and then on the 2nd of May 2009, I flew across the country, and we've been together ever since. So what we are doing here now, I did that for 5 months with my future wife online, and then we got together for real. I mean, got together physically, being together.
Mhm. So
So,
beautiful, romantic.
well, it just proves, Melutza and Ali, that this online connection that we have right now is real.
Hmm. Yeah, with real people. So good evening, Ali Missini.
Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Yay!
Finally, my internet connection is a little bit better.
Better, good.
I
I
hope
think
you
that
too.
Melissa, before you start, Ali, will you accept my connection to WebDoc because I've been writing to you that I've been in pending status with you for months. It's up
Yes,
to
of
you, but
course.
I would like you and
It's
me to
okay.
be connected.
Yeah, because I know you and we could have a conversation. So of course we can have connection. I will
I
check out
suppose
after the live the web talk. Okay, and I
Thank
will
you.
Ali
let's
Missini
start
has
with.
two accounts in WebTalk, so depends where you wrote to him. He forget his password.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he create another account. So probably you wrote to him to the
I
another.
don't know. You could just find me and accept me,
I have
or we can
on the
figure it
cover
out
my
from one
picture.
of your accounts.
I have on the cover my picture. That's my account which I use right now. And another account I don't use. I don't know how can I close that. How can I remove that from work talk? I don't have an
It's
idea
okay. They will
because I
remove
forgot
it.
that. Hmm? Yeah, you can
They will.
report me. The second
Ah,
account
okay.
can
I'm going
report
to
you
report you.
because I want to destroy this because it's not my account because I forgot the information, email, etc. I report out
Okay.
myself. I don't know why it's still here.
You report yourself.
I have reported myself.
Mhm. So, Ali Missini, tell us, please, what is the subject for today? I know you come with a subject.
Yeah,
Or
I
what
come
do
with
you want to learn? Or what do you want to hear? Or what do you want to teach us? Whatever you like.
I want to okay, I want to exchange our knowledge about the power of thought.
The power of thoughts,
Yeah, or the power of our brain.
the power of our brain. Okay.
Because I think that before we have talked about the power of love, the power of heart,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't talk much about the power of thought.
Of brain.
Yeah, brain thought. Yes, because
Mm-hmm.
it's the
And
brain.
why? Why you come with this subject? What's the reason?
Uh, because sometimes we have some negative thoughts which create a negative energy in our body and which is a fear too.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, we have a positive thought and a positive memory or happy memories. They are part of brain, and we feel happy. We create a happiness inside of our heart. So I think they are connected between each other, and it's something that we need to care about. That we should care about our thought, what we are thinking, because sometimes I could happen in my life when I was thinking overthinking about something. It create like illusion in my life. And then when I wake up, when I saw myself that wait a second, this illusion, I need to work for realizing this dream, to realize this dream. I shouldn't only to be enthusiastic about what will happen. I need to create my plan. I need to use my brain. I need to use uh, my abilities, and so because I think we if we want to have succeed, we need to what can I say? We need to mix it our thoughts with feels, thoughts and feels together to work. If we understand our thoughts, if we understand our feels, our emotions, we can create we can realize our dream. Otherwise, we will lose everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Well, teacher Chris, this profile which you send us is not his account anymore. It was.
Okay, all
Please,
right.
Chris, please, if you want, report to that account
Report.
because yeah,
That's
because I
why
don't
he's
want to anymore.
answering me. I didn't
Okay.
know that there was more than one, and then I went to another Ali Messini, and then you were following me, the other one.
Mm.
There are two
Look,
of them.
yes, yes.
There
We
is a
have Alexandra Pak from Russia. Good evening, beautiful lady from Russia.
Hello.
Hello. Hola, la. Where is beautiful lady?
Just a moment.
Okay. I I'm using the words of Risa now. Express the expression of Risa. Beautiful ladies. Ali, don't tell me that
Beautiful,
you have to prepare yourself now.
beautiful ladies. Uh,
Beautiful lady. Yeah. How
uh,
are you, Alexandra? So happy to see you here.
not too bad. Thank you. How about you?
We are in life. We are enjoying this
Yes,
live stream.
we're still alive. Yeah.
Mhm. So, Alexandra, our Ali Missini has a subject for us:
Which one?
the power of brain, the power of thoughts. He said we are talking about the power of love, the power of heart, the power of I don't know which kind of power, and we should talk about the power of mind. So, what's your opinion about that? Or Ali Missini, maybe you have question for Alexandra, or you want to explain her much
He
better.
has he has a lot of questions. I
Oh
can
yes,
see.
more than me. Our future coach Ali Missini. Okay, Ali.
yeah, I would like to use that, but actually I'm not using. Okay, my question is for Alexandra. Uh, what does she think about the power of
The power of what?
Ali, can you
Hello.
hear us?
Mm,
The power of mind. No, sorry, the power of brain.
the power of brain.
Yes.
What a, such an interesting question. I think it's important for us because when you think about something, for example, you want to get a good job. It's about your own mind, how the way you think about it. It's important to believe in the power of brain, as you mentioned, because when you believe in it, you you definitely can achieve it, because sometimes we don't know how to think. We don't know how to maybe to say something to people, and it looks like, first of all, you need to think 100 times before you say something, because every word has a power. Every word has a power. For example, when I think about negativity, some negative information, it means I'm trying to attract it to my life, and it's like the universe is the key. I, I forgot the name of the book I'm going to read about our actions, because the thing what we do depends on our brain. Depend how we can activate our brain, just using some some words, powerful words, I would say, because powerful words is important. They're important for us. It's it's kind of a learn process for us to understand why we should.
Yeah, no problem, Alexandra. Teacher Chris, what are you doing?
And yes, and you know the, the words, yes. And sometimes it's quite difficult to understand why we need to do it. But from my point of view, when you think about it, when you think about something what you want to do in your own life, it's difficult because our brain has a lot of troubles. Like I should, I have to do it to do it. Or I don't have to do it. It's like a balance between. We need to find the balance between it, between negativity and positivity. And I would say for us, the brain is not only the key. The brain means when you concentrate on something in your own life, when you like to change your life, for example, maybe you want to become a successful person, or maybe you would like to just to be happy, or so on. It doesn't matter, whichever you want to do, and your brain start thinking of it, how to do it, how to find the key, how to organize the process, and a lot of things what I want to do. But at the same time, it's maybe not too useful because we think a lot how to do it, how maybe what to do, and so on. I think it's a tricky question because the balance between the brain and your own heart is difficult. It's quite difficult to find the balance between your emotions and your mind, because when something happens in your life, first of all, what we feel emotions. Okay, let me tell you an example. I had maybe, let me think, 2 days ago about it. I had such difficult situation in my life with my friends. It was misunderstanding between us, us, because of our emotions. And as I said, first of all, we listen to our own emotions because we are human beings, and I can't stand people who don't who told me, no, you need to think, you need to do what you like. Yes, we need to do, but our emotions uh, are the first step what we have in our life. For example, when the person was born, everybody, but someone got birth, a baby cries. I think also you know about it. The baby cries all the time. It's emotion. It's an emotion because children, when they were born, they they don't have the ability to think because they show their own emotions, and that's why it's really important to find the balance between your own emotions and your own subconscious. I guess it's possible if you have enough, maybe, not motivation, no, not much motivation, maybe enough energy to do it. And maybe meditation can help you to listen to yourself, what you need to listen to. First of all, your own heart, or your own brain, I guess.
Ali,
Yes, I could listen to Alexandra, even if sometimes I had not a good connection, but I could listen to her. I have another question for her for who wants to answer. Do you think that if we overthink for a thing, what we are going to do, we can do that
No,
thing?
not, not.
Everything much.
I think no, it's not true. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't work. At least with me, it doesn't work because when I overthink, it means, oh, it's bad. It's bad. Well, it's like I'm going to have something bad. It will happen for me with me to me because I overthink a lot about it. And as one of my relatives told me the other day, you need to listen to yourself first of all. And as I said, it's important to find the balance between your own emotions and heart. For example, and when you want to do something, first of all you think about it. Yes, I need to do it, but at the same time you feel inside yourself it will be bad. Like for me, for example, for instance, when I've got a message from the person, who wants to learn English, an adult, and I started thinking about bad things and positive things. It was it was overthinking, and which is not good. You need to find the balance between it.
That was a nice answer from Alexandra. Thank you. And I would like to listen to other opinions, Chris or Riza.
Mr. Rissa, I would like to listen to him.
Yes, good evening,
No, no,
beautiful
no.
ladies.
Sorry for interrupting you. Sorry for interrupting. I want to.
Because
Let's listen, Teacher Chris, because after he will have a breakfast with with his wife. So I suppose. So let's
No,
hear
no
his opinion.
suppose, because we had a different schedule today, and
Yeah.
we had breakfast earlier, so
So
I
you
can
are
be
here.
here to the very end.
Oh, that's amazing. Where are my money?
Money?
Yeah.
You have
Hey,
some
wait,
money?
I'm coming to eat with you, Teacher Chris, before we
Okay.
fly the plane.
Risa, today we are not flying, okay? So, uh, then Risa,
With
okay.
Teacher Chris, always we flying, because
Okay, okay.
the power of things that Mr. Ali shared with us, this is a power for thinking, a power for flying. If you don't have a power, you can't fly. Yes.
I'm
okay,
giving Risa
but
total unconditional love for the first time without me being aggravated. I'm just giving him unconditional love without any conditions for the first time, and not going crazy anytime he opens his mouth.
Yeah. Risa, we are talking about the power of brain. So, what's your opinion about that?
You know, uh, the power of brains, it's as Ali said earlier. That's right. I'm so happy. He shared it, because always we talk power of love, power of that, but we didn't talk about power of brain. Our brain that has the power, because our brain give us the power, to love, the power to work hard, the power to think, the power to have a vision, the power to create. So I think if we don't understand our brains, we can't have a vision, we can't have a creation. Absolutely. Because sometimes we try to think what we should do for our future. So if we can control the power of our brains, we should have a vision, and to know exactly where our vision, or where we want to go, where I. So absolutely. So for me the power of brain is how you can exactly think positive things, to think about positive things, and to understand exactly what you are talking about and what you want to do emotionally. The power of brain also should be also somebody who has a passion. Some people don't have a passion. So if you have the power of brain, all these things you should have them to be patient, to be supportive, and to be clever also. Understand? Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking about the power of brain, Ali. Because if we control our brain, we should or can do things in the right way. And I appreciate it. I love it. I love the subject that you create, Ali. Absolutely. Because you have the power of brain. That's why you create this. Yeah, that's amazing. So what question do you have for me, Ali?
I have another question for you. Do you think that we need to use more emotions or brain? Which one do you think we need to use more?
Yes, we should use more emotion, but to understand exactly the time or when to use more emotion. Yeah, because Ali, if we don't use the emotional, to do things in the right way. So for me, believe me, sometimes I use more emotions, when I'm working, or when I want to do things, even sometimes when I'm thinking. Yeah. So this is me. I don't know you.
You should
As
What is
always.
that? Yeah.
I just
Oh,
found the book. I've just found the book by it was written by the American author, which is called Behave: The Biology of Humans at Our Best and Worst. It looks good, at least. Robert Sapolsky from Stanford University.
okay. So let's hear now our unconditional love. What is his opinion about the power of brain? Teacher Chris, you are
Wait a
muted.
minute. I only, there we go. That was weird. I only saw my screen only. Um, I had a very interesting dream last night where, let me try to simplify it. Um, I went somewhere and I found that my wife was not acting normal. Now, this may not be my wife. It may be some symbolic thing about myself. Okay. And then so I changed to entering a classroom of four walls, and I felt a magnetic, energetic presence of brainwashing. And it was very interesting to have that experience because I was asking my spiritual masters and mentors to assist me and focusing on unconditional love, because without that protection, I would be subjugated, I would be affected by what was in that room, which was the realm of the brain. I'm just saying, it's like brainwashing or things like, for example, a few minutes ago, my brain took over and I was fiddling with my camera because my brain was not happy with where my camera was. And so I used my brain power to unnecessarily, from my point of view, to satisfy my brain because my brain wanted something different than what was already there. And then I calmed down and put the camera back, and I'm just going to leave it alone. It's like my brain wants to do something, just to do something because the brain is bored. The brain, oh my God, everything is not perfect. I want it to change. And so Nalutza said, what are you doing? Well, I'm just, that's my brain working. And for the most part, when I let my brain take over, when I let my brains take over, or my brain or whatever, I would say when conditions take over, it gets very messy. So when we are talking about brains or the realm of the brain, in order for unconditional love to be communicated into this world that we're in right now, it goes through the brain and it goes through the heart. It goes through physicality. So it's like a sieve, or it's like a tool that we could use, and that's it. I mean, it's something that we could use in our life, and when we use it well, we use it well, and that's it.
Ali Missini. Ali Missini, it's your show in this evening. Okay. Mr. Missini.
He's sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes my
yeah.
internet connection. No.
It's
Okay.
sleeping. Yeah.
Who I'm sleeping?
You.
I don't know if you can hear me or no.
I
Yes,
have
we
a lot
can.
of coins today.
Super Z, we want to hear to Super Z.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I had a question for Chris.
Okay, what question you have for
Do
teacher
you
Chris?
think that from most
You're
Oh,
breaking up.
oh la la. Ali Missini,
can
your
you hear
connection.
me? Well,
No, we can't.
first, my question was
My question was yeah. So I think I have to kick you out. Yeah. Come on, Ali. Don't
I'm
mute your
kicking myself out.
muting.
I don't know, my internet connection is so weird. Just I'm picking myself out and I'm coming again in. Maybe it will work.
It's okay. I can hear you now.
Well,
You
I
better
wanted
talk,
just to ask to Chris
talk quick so you can get it out.
Come on, ask. You ask when. Quickly.
you have to wake up and dance with that your internet will work well. Or
With
call
you? To dance with
call
you?
teacher Chris to send you a little bit of the connection.
Web talk service.
Hello, hello. We need hello web talk service. 1 2 3 web talk service. We need a help. Hello. Okay. Who will come? Teacher Chris? Chris, yes, Chris coming. Okay, he's picking the call now.
Bravo.
Okay. Ali, it is
So,
okay.
Mr.
No, Ali,
Ali,
it is okay. No problem. No problem. It is okay. We can keep going on your on your topic, and we know that your brain has power now because you are thinking about your internet now. So yes, this is the power of your brain
yeah,
now.
he's just thinking about Wi-Fi. Oh la la, again is not, and the Luther get mad on me. So Ali, I told him before, quickly. Can you please to not mute yourself anymore, at least? Okay, so ask the question, Ali.
I'm just repeating. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh my goodness, it's so.
Yes,
Yes, it's
yes.
very annoying.
Teacher Chris, yeah.
It's a board.
Yeah, we can hear you. Come on, ask the question.
My question is,
Write the question, Ali. Write the question, okay? Because we can't hear you. Mr. Risa Abdullah from Burkina Faso.
I know the question you want to ask me, no problem.
No. Until Ali come back with his connection.
If
I
you
want
if you if you can ask a question in place of Ali, you are the manager now. If he is not here, so
no.
you are
Look,
free to ask a question about his topic.
no. Look, I want. I let you right now. You in my place to ask questions, Mr. Risa Abdullahi, because from a long time you didn't come with any topic. So
Okay.
feel free
You
to
want me to
ask
ask you a question? That's amazing. That's great because I
questions.
can
Okay,
ask you
you
a
can ask me,
question.
or
Yeah.
you can ask teacher Chris, Alexandra.
No,
Yeah.
I will ask you. Why, Teacher Chris?
Okay.
Why?
What kind of question you have?
Alexandra is no question for her. So what do you think about when when your brain are thinking too much? Because we don't want to go out of the topic of Mr. Ali. So yeah, so we're talking about power of brand. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think for those people who has, or for you exactly for you, not somebody, the power of your brain when you are overthinking. Sometimes I know it happened to you or some because everybody have this thing. Sometimes you are sitting alone and you are overthinking. So what do you
Well,
do?
well,
Yeah.
I consider it's not okay to overthink for me, and I'm talking here about myself. Thinking too much is not good because I mean, if you overthink about a subject, you can enter in a depression. So No, I just like to do things normally. And if I feel that I'm tired or I'm exhausted, I just want to sleep. I just take my time and stuff like that. Our brain is very important and it's very powerful, but depends how we are using our brain. You know, so we have to know how to use our brain in a good way, of course. So, but to be honest, I'm following more my heart instead of following my brain. Yeah, but I use my brain too, but not overthinking. Sometimes it's happening, but when I see that I'm overthinking about something, then I say, "Oh, all right. So there is something. So what is about? You know,
So
that
what do you
is the
do?
problem. So I have to fix that problem. Why I'm overthinking about something? What makes me to overthink about that things, about that problem? Yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm just accept the situation how it is, and I'm thinking to how I can fix these things, but not overthinking always and always, over and over again. It's not a solution. Yes, Ali. No, no,
So
Ali.
and what do you do when you are thinking about someone? You know,
Yeah.
sometimes we can have somebody in our mind. So what do you do to to not thinking about that person too much?
Ah, well, it depends. Well, it doesn't matter. If you want to forget about the things, simple, do other things which you like, which you enjoy. I mean, thinking too much about a person, it's an obsession there. I mean, you are obsessed with a person. Maybe it's from your past, maybe it's from your present, maybe it's in your imagination. I have no idea. But it's not okay from my side to overthink about a person over and over again because you lose yourself.
I do it all the time. I think about my wife all the time. I sing about her name. I don't know. It's just I'm obsessed with her. But that's husband and wife. But it's good to have time like now when I'm in the present with you guys. I'm not thinking about her. you know. um, it's true. I mean, as a human being, you love someone so much, and well, might as well enjoy it anyway. I mean, I can get lost in it. And maybe it was part of that dream I had the other night, where maybe it was a dream about obsession or something instead of mental things. Who knows? But it's true. We can easily get lost in other things outside ourselves, and that's how we deal, like with the brain. The brain wants to get us lost in other things.
Okay.
Yes.
TK Chris, you think being when we are in a situation where we think too much to somebody, so being with other people that can help us to to forget that situation.
hmm Like right now, I'm giving my wife space. She's taking a nap right now. She needs to de-stress. And so during the day, we separate. Our energies are still here. Our energies are still connected, but we go on with our own lives and focus on ourselves and give to others like what we are doing now. So, like even with the brain, we have to keep the brain in balance as well.
So imagine you when okay, you are lost your wife, or she's somewhere. So when you see another woman, yeah, you remember it works your brain to think about your wife.
No, I look at Nalutsa and I look at Nalutsa as Nalutsa. I look at Antonina. I look at Alexandra.
Mhm.
I look at you, and I see you. Well, sometimes when I look at my wife, she reminds me of my grandmother or my aunt because of the way she looks. That's the brain. That's the imagination. Because, for example, right now I can look at Nalutsa and think about being with Nalutsa in Paris drinking a glass of water right now. And that is just some figment of my imagination. Or being in Russia having Russian lessons privately with Alexandra. See or being in your office and talking business with you. That's the imagination. Or being on Oahu with Antonina. That's imagination. That's the brain working. That's not being in present time.
So that means people who said always when they sleep they dream about someone.
Mhm.
So that means their brains what give that their brain was thinking about that person, or they have another imagination about the person. So sometimes
Yeah,
we sleep and say,
they're
oh,
not in present time.
I see teacher Chris driving a car. So what that means?
That means nothing because I don't drive a car. I don't know how to drive a car because
Guys, no. Risa is dreaming about Neluța, okay? So, Risa, please be honest, okay, now.
no,
Risa,
no.
please be honest, okay? That, look, I dream about Neluța and I don't
For
know why.
example,
Always I think about her. Come on, be honest.
most of the time, most humans, when we are talking right now,
Mm-hmm.
we are thinking about other things. We are not really listening. Like you could listen to me right now and you can imagine me driving a car, but you're not fully present right now in this conversation. And that's what the brain does. The brain takes us elsewhere. We are not fully present. The brain wants us to be elsewhere. My brain, example, right now, my brain is thinking he wants to be on Oahu with Antonina right now, or being with Ali, stroking his beard, or whatever. That's what the brain does. It does not want to be present.
Okay, that's great. Okay, thank you very much. Let's
You're
go to
welcome.
see Antonia. Good morning, my doctor. I know she's taking breakfast now. She want to give her brain power. Okay, so Nailuta, tell us that do you think uh, that somebody who's dreaming about someone is what what do you think about that? Is his brain, is that person in your brain, or or this is an imagination?
That person is in your heart.
Okay.
Yeah, that person is in your heart always, and yeah, it's true. You are dreaming about that person because you were using your brain before. Also, your brain and your heart too. So it's normal to dream about that person. Maybe you are not dreaming this night, but probably after a while, after 1 month, you will dream because you care about that person. You love that person. You want to be with that person, but pay attention to not be an obsession. I mean, love is
Exactly.
and obsession is obsession at the end. Let's have unconditional love. And if you want to have romantic love, it's fine too, but without conditions also. Yeah. Try to not be addicted for someone. Because when you are addicted for someone, you are not yourself anymore. You are not aware what you are doing. You forget your goals, you forget everything for that person. And the thing is that you forget and you are with that person non-stop and you are not doing your things anymore. You leave yourself and what to see? That person get bored from you. I mean, too much together is also not okay. Give space to the people who you live, who you love. They need space. They need freedom. Even if you love them, I understand these things. But they have own life. You have your own life. So focus on yourself. Focus on your goals. So create something for you. And when you get each other time, then talk with each other and be with each other. But not non-stop, non-stop. It's not good. These things will work, but just 1 month or 3 months. After you will see you get bored from each other. And you will fight and you don't know from what. But you just fight. Because he or she needs space. That's why.
Okay, so that means you, the person that you dream about. This person is in your heart, not in your mind. So
Yeah.
yeah. So because
Now,
sometimes people say, "Oh,
now
what if?"
depends on the situation. Look,
Uh-huh.
now I'm talking about romantic love, but there can be a person to be in your mind over and over again, but not because of love. Maybe who knows, you fight with that person, maybe you hurt that person, and now you feel guilty. So also that person can be into your mind because you feel guilty for something. That person can hunt you like a ghost even after death. That person even can be dead, and you to think about that person over and over again. What did I do with that person? I hurt that person. So it depends on the situation. But whatever is the situation, try to detach from people. Try to
Mhm.
detach from people and have only unconditional love.
Like I'm giving unconditional love to Risa now, where he doesn't bother me anymore.
That's good.
I'm serious.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, what do you think about those people who tell you if they meet you for a while, oh, you forget me? Because it happens sometimes. I know in our real life, because if you have your, because we do our brain to work to see somebody. Oh, I remember. Oh, this person is familiar to me, because maybe I see you for a while. So today when I say, oh, you are familiar to me. Maybe we meet in another place. So in that time when you see somebody and you say, oh, you are familiar to me. So that means now your power of your brain start working, to remind that person.
It's a mirror.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a mirror of somebody from your life, from your past. So there could be your grandma, could be your girlfriend, or who knows who. And you see another person that looks somehow familiar, but actually that person looks like your grandma in some ways. Maybe on her face, maybe on her attitude, maybe on her tonality of the voice, and you think that that person is so familiar, and you think that, oh, okay, I think I saw you somewhere, but you didn't saw. Never ever. You
But
just
it's
repeat.
good. It's
You,
good because when I finally met my wife after being on the computer with her for 5 months, I looked at her and I said, "My God, she looks like my aunt." But my brain needed something familiar so it could be comfortable. And then eventually I saw her for who she is. And once in a while, she reminds me, her facial expression will remind me of someone from my past, and that's okay. But like you say, Melissa, it's a mirror. It's a brain looking at it a certain way.
yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes we can just see somebody that you never see before, but if familiar to that person that you know before, so you start now thinking about that person in your imagination. You see that person, or while maybe while you are sleeping you think about that person. And now when you see that person now is familiar to that person that you know before, you start now thinking about that person. And now you start now you have the imagination or all what you did with that person in the past. So
I want to say
that's
something
why I
here.
said I said that I said people say that I dream the dream, because why I said the dream is something that we have in our mind, that we dream, something that we register in our brains, that we dream. Because somebody can say, yo, I dream something that you have never thought about it. We can dream something we never thought about it. I don't think so. Always we dream things that we have in our mind, because our brain register everything. Our brain, our mind drive us to think about something. And when we go to sleep now, we already registered these things. So when we sleep now, we are thinking about that things.
Well, so I just want to say something. Be aware when you fall in love and with who you fall in love, because probably you don't fall in love with that person which is in front of you. Probably you fall in love with somebody from the past and you think that this person is so special for you, but actually it's the ghost of another person. So so when you have this kind of feelings, try to think deeply why I like this person, what makes me to like. I like her eyes, okay, good, but with whom this person looks from my past. maybe i found Maybe I find in my husband my grandfather, and I'm feeling so amazing with him and I think that I love him, but actually I love to be with my grandfather, and my husband probably has some characteristic of my grandfather, and I think that I'm in love with my husband. But I don't know. I'm not thinking. I'm not aware of these things. And
Hmm.
while you will see that you guys, you're not understanding with each other.
It is so true because um, sometimes now see my wife and I have only known each other for 141 months in one day physically, and sometimes I do something, it could be anything, and it reminds her of her father who's passed, who's no longer here. I think that's just some part of the brain working out. I know we love each other unconditionally, but sometimes there's something that each of us does reminds us of some past conditioning or some past triggers, I would call triggers, that would make me angry or make me happy or something. Um, it's true. Something that we do reminds each other of someone else. And the more and more we know each other, the more and more we are together, uh, the more and more we love each other for who we are. And that what makes a successful relationship. Because the only time when we fight and yell and scream is because there's some condition going on. We haven't eaten yet today, or we have low blood sugar, or we don't like getting up early because we had to go to a doctor's office appointment early. and it's out of our regular rhythm. It could be anything. And that's what the brain does. It says, I don't like this. I'd rather be in bed right now and get up at my normal bedtime instead of getting up at 6 a.m. and going to a doctor's office. So, you know, the brain is a trickster at times. It causes a lot of pain, anxiety, joy, whatever. And we just have to deal with it because it's part of our makeup. And Nalutza said some very important things that people are realizing now, that once you come from your heart or your gut instead of your brain, things are different. They may even be better. You come from your heart center instead of your brain center. Things are flowing quite nicely.
Yes. Ali Missini has a question. Do you feel your dreams too? Yes, his question. Of course, when you dream, and if you're talking about that dream from night, you are feeling everything. It's like reality. It's the same. Sometimes you dream that you dream, and you say, okay, it's fine. It's just a dream. Uh, Especially when you have nightmares or something like that. So, and
It's like
sometimes,
Yes.
it's like going to the toilet. Dreams are like going to the toilet. It's like a release of your brain's activity of the day, and the only way that your brain can release the tensions or all the input. For me, when I dream at night, it's my brain releasing all the input I get from the day. Like I watch a science fiction movie, or some days I do too much web talk, and then at night I'm doing web talk in my dreams. So it's showing me, it says I'm maybe a little obsessive. So my dreams can tell me, okay, Chris, you're a little out of balance here, or something. So working with your dreams is it's like a little private journal that shows you things that are going on.
Yes, yes. That's why I said, we dream that things that we we doing on the day, what we see, what we register in our mind. So when we go to sleep, we should say, "Oh, I was talking." In your dream you can see something else, but it's the same thing that you see on the day, but maybe your imagination going to another things. You will dream, oh, you are with people. Oh yes, but you don't see who those people. Maybe the same people that you were with them on the day. So when you go to sleep, you will say, oh, I was with that person. Oh, I was using. Oh, you can see yourself. You are working somewhere. Yeah, you all the day you are working. You are
Sometimes I see
thinking
dead
about web
people.
talk. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm with my dead relatives. Like it was my dad's birthday a couple weeks back, and then around his birthday, in the dream, the brain or whatever, the heart or whatever, created the situation that I was with my father again, who passed in 2007. And sometimes there are times I have Nalutza in my dreams, or Risa, or Alexandra, or it just depends. But it not necessarily have to be them. I have to figure out when I wake up, what do these dreams actually mean? Do I take them literally or not? Because sometimes the images in my dream are not exactly what they are.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what is funny? When you dream that you dream, and in that time you can do many things.
Oh yes.
I mean, your imagination is really working if you are aware. I mean, you have all the power to do whatever you like.
And I can tell that I'm dreaming sometimes. Well, I know I'm dreaming all the time, but then um I remember when I was changing my dreams inside the dreams, like turning a channel to another channel on a TV. Um, it could be many different things. I used to control my dreams, where I would ask, I want to dream certain things at night, and I will. But now I like it random. I want to be surprised when I go to bed because I remember all my dreams anyway. Because I used to control them, and now I don't because I want to be surprised to see what I'm getting that night because it could be a lesson for me from the day before.
When you are aware of your dreams, it's possible to not dream anymore about the dream. Because you know it's you have the power. You have the
Oh
power.
yes. Oh
If I
yes.
want, I will. If not, I will not dream about that anymore. So yeah. Risa,
It's
another question.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Risa.
Yeah. So okay, that's nice. So what do you think for those people who's saying, yeah, they are together in the beginning and as long they fight. So why? Because why they fight together? They should to think they should make their brain works, or they don't have to think.
Are you saying fighting in the dream or fighting while you're awake?
Where you are away, not for fighting the dream in the real
Okay.
life. Yeah.
Well, my wife and I fought this morning on our way home from the doctor. She was driving and I was the passenger, but we worked it out. Anytime we have words in the next hour or two, we resolve it, whatever it is. And we started doing that the first moment we met. When there was tension, I don't get along with my sister very well, but just before I left to be with my wife for the rest of my life, she said, when you guys are starting to fight, you go to separate rooms and be alone for a little bit to cool things down. And so when we had a misunderstanding and things got too hot and heavy with fighting, we would separate, we would cool down, we come back together later, and we resolve it like children on the playground. Have you noticed when we were children on the playground, we would have some problem, but then we would solve it or let it go? We normally don't do that as adults. We may want to hold on to something for a very long time and make it almost kill us.
Yeah, because when children are fighting, people say, "Oh no, they don't have mind; they are children." But if adults are fighting, I think they have to to make their brain works, to avoid that, because sometimes when there is a misunderstanding between people, so someone who have a power of brain, he think, and sometimes they you leave this place because you don't want to discuss this conversation, because if we keep discussing this conversation, maybe we will fight. Yeah. Yes, fighting in the market sometimes. for me, I don't have a cup of tea now. Now,
Let's take
yeah, in 9 minutes, I will go home now.
It's okay. We will
Yeah.
end.
So yes. So Nailuta, have you fighting when you were a teenager?
Sometimes I'm fighting now too. Not only
Fighting with your friend or in
fighting with my
school?
friend, fighting with my husband sometimes. But
No.
what?
So, okay. So tell us.
No, look, Risa. For me, fighting. I mean, no, I don't. I prefer to not fight with anyone because I don't like fighting. I just like to discuss. Okay, so
Yeah,
if I
distance.
try to discuss with that person and that person really doesn't want to listen, and I'm asking today, I'm asking tomorrow, I'm asking after 1 week, and yeah, it's happened maybe to raise my voice after a while, but I prefer to not do it now. I did a lot before, but I prefer to not do it anymore. But sometimes it's happening. So, but anyway, my fighting is not more than 5 minutes, and I'm just telling you whatever I feel from my heart. And after, I'm fine. I'm not fighting anymore. I'm not screaming. I'm not raising my voice. Nothing. I'm just telling you what I had on my soul. That's all. Yeah.
So
I
that
mean,
means
I want to discuss.
you make your brain works, to not discuss this subject, or sometimes you make your brain
No.
work to leave. So
How to not discuss this subject? I mean, if you don't discuss anyway, that idea will remain inside of your mind and will destroy you at the end, because you are overthinking about that problem. If you are not discussing, look, if I have a question for my husband, if I have a question for you, and I'm not putting that question because I think, okay, it's not good, but that question will come into my mind over and over again, and probably I will enter in a depression because of that question. So what I have to do is to have a conversation with you, a kindly conversation, and to tell you, look, Risa, this I think about that. This is in my mind. These things are having to my mind. So what's your opinion? I want to discuss. No, seriously, guys, don't keep into your heart things. It's not good because it's hurting you. What? Okay,
yeah.
let's do a cartoon.
Oh, nice. Thank
Yeah.
you, David.
Wow.
Very
Okay.
good.
It's from Brawl Stars. Okay. Thank you. So, Risa, running from problems is not a solution.
Hmm.
Choose the
Yeah,
right.
because some people they avoid that. They said, okay, if there is a conversation between me or my friend, or between me and my wife, so I prefer to leave, to go for a while and to come back. So
Well,
I
if
think I
you are
think
too
well,
much,
yeah, I
look,
agree
Risa,
with this point. Hmm?
Risa, let me to explain. If you are too much angry in the time, and if you see that you can't control yourself because you are too much angry, then yes, it's okay to go in a room for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes until you calm yourself. Okay, or to go outside for a walk, but not to do stupid things, not to drink or to smoke or who knows what. No, just to walk. Take a walk outside, enjoy the nature, and that's all. And after, come back and discuss. But don't hide the things, don't keep inside of you because you are hurting yourself. Yeah. And guys, always I'm hearing when I talk with people and they want to tell me something and I don't understand, they are saying, never mind. I don't like. Don't tell me never mind, because never mind actually is an answer or is a question in never mind. So much better put again the question or the answer. Don't tell me never mind, because it's make me to feel that you don't care about our conversation.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like me saying yes, dear, to my wife, and it's really like me saying F you. It's the same thing. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, dear, which means F you. It's you're avoiding whatever. You don't want to listen to yourself. You don't
Hmm.
want to listen to your beloved. You don't want to listen to anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So this is well,
Yeah,
okay.
so sometimes I said to people, if there is something happened between me and you, I prefer to tell me the truth. I prefer to tell me, hey, listen to me, Lisa. What you did is this is not good. I don't want to do that for me again. Then some people, you know what they leave and they keep it in their heart. They
Yeah,
can't
and
tell you if you did a mistake for them or you did something you hurt them. So I think people who's telling the truth to somebody, if you hurt me, I came and I tell you you hurt me. That thing is hurt me. Then forget it in the same yeah, forget it. But not to say no. If that person is telling that and it's no good and you leave, even you are angry, even you are angry. I know when you are angry, don't answer and don't take decision, don't do everything. But the
and
better
also
thing
when
is
we are
what
so much
to
happy.
come back to that person to tell him, yeah, to tell him this is in that, and we should talk about it to get to see the solution for that.
This is the reason why a lot of couples, they divorce because they are not talking with each other. They are not discussing because they are having fear, and stuff like that. So they are hiding the things. But this is not a solution. If you want to have a good marriage, if you want to have a good friendship with your friends or with your relatives or with your parents, you have to be honest with them. Yeah. You have to tell the things, to be honest. And I understand they have different mind, they have different opinions because of many factors there, but at least you are happy with yourself that you don't have anything to hide inside of your heart. So at the end, you free yourself from a prison.
Yep, that's the true freedom, because I wouldn't be here right now in a marriage, because from the first moment Anne and I met, for the first time I decided to be me. It
Mhm.
sounds silly, but it's true. I was being me, and she liked that because she could sense what was going on. Because if I wasn't myself, we wouldn't be together today. And so I made that initial step to be genuine for the first time with somebody else. Especially, I was totally unsuccessful in dating before that, because I tried to be something to please the other person, and it never worked. So when I met Anne, I decided, well, I'll just be myself. Let's see what happens.
Mhm. And believe me,
Okay,
people
guys, I
divorce.
want to leave now to go home.
Okay,
So
so before going, your last words for today, Lisa.
yeah, so absolutely, my last word for this beautiful conversation and a beautiful and nice and agreeable subject that our friend Ali give us. So the power of brand is something very interesting to talk about, because we thank our brand. See, if I don't have a brand, I can't sit here. Now my brand drive me to go home to look for something to eat, because I
It's
need
nice.
I need to eat. Yeah. So yeah. So I think my brain now starting now to think about, to imagine about how to what to eat, how to go home. Yeah, how to reach home. So thank you very much, Ali, for this. We know you don't have a good connection, so we keep on your topic, and I take your place. So that's it. So thank you
And I
very much.
and I think you enjoyed
Thank
today.
you. And
Yeah. Okay,
so
thank you. Bye, Teresa.
bye. See you guys.
Bye. Mr. Ali Missini, do you have connection?
I have connection, but I think it's better to don't show my face.
Why?
Because when I'm showing my face, I think it needs for more connection, and I got frozen, and I cannot talk if I show my
Okay.
face.
So before you had a question for teacher Chris. Would you like to ask now?
My question was, wait a second. I just wanted to know his opinion about what does he think, how much powerful can be a thought, something like that.
How much?
How much powerful can be a thought,
I don't
Oh,
know.
yes.
or
Yes.
or just like that, can be a more powerful a thought or a feel
Ah,
or
okay.
emotion. Maybe it's a better.
Thoughts come true. I about was it 30 years ago? I did an exercise where I wrote my wishes and desires down 15 times in a row every day. It maybe wasn't 30, but it was a long time ago. And I wanted my mother and father to buy a piece of property, which they eventually did. And I also wanted to have it in my life forever. And then later on, I did not want to have it in my life forever because I wished or I thought about something and it came into manifestation. So, with the power of thought and the power of desire and feeling and emotion, anything that we think can come true. So, be careful what we think because we may not want it.
Yeah, thank you, teacher Chris. Ali Missini, Bestun is here.
Hello, best. Wait a second. I need to have a notebook because Beston is here.
Ah, notebook. Okay.
Yeah,
Hello from
talking of.
the other side. How are you?
Great.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
I finished my tea. I think.
Oh, I just. Oh, by the way, I need tea because I just walked out of a class and now I need to have a tea. But my mother didn't prepare it, so I have to prepare it. And my mother's like, "You need to prepare your own things because you don't work for me." I'm like, "Yes, sir. You're right. Not madam, you're sir for me. You're sir."
So, Ali Missini, feel free to ask Bestun. Today, Ali
Yeah,
has.
Oh yes, you're free.
I
You
want to
you
say.
gotta be you gotta be free in order to be, I don't know, to be an individual. You gotta be free.
Be
You gotta
free.
be free in order to feel to feel the power of the
You see,
positivity.
you see, Ali Messini doesn't want to show us his face.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to have a date with him. I just want to get the question.
Look,
Look what I see that thing.
look. He's protecting me,
Ah,
me. And look,
Sure.
no, he's trying to attack me because I have a poor connection. She's thinking that
Oh,
I
yeah, you're
cannot.
right. You're right. I cannot just forget about you because we have been together for a long time. So I cannot forget that forget that time that we spent.
you
So
and I.
hopefully I cannot. I cannot.
How
That
much
means I
time?
can.
How much time
That
we
means I
were
can.
together? Bestum, how much time we were together?
We
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know,
Two years?
more
Oh,
than two
I'm
years.
surprised. From 2 years, I'm with him. And would depend on you how you think that we were.
I don't know, but the thing is, it's a measure. You know, that time is a measure, but you know, it depends on us. Like how we spend it is really, you know, the most valuable things for me. So for me, if I just spend 1 minute with you, it's far better than spending a day or two or a week with somebody who doesn't understand me. So that's you know my point of view about that. The measure is just stupid. Like, you know, for me, it's stupid. I just said that because we're human. Okay, Ali got a boiled egg and he made. Okay, that's good. Nalusa.
Not me.
Okay.
So, Ali, what is your question? Come on, put a question. I don't know. Always you are doing like that.
Question.
If
Okay.
you don't ask a question, just because I'm kinda I don't know tired or feel not good, I'm gonna sing if you don't just ask a question.
Don't worry. It's just I want to know for you, what do you think about the power of brain?
The power of
Of
Brain.
brain.
oh my gosh. Oh, now let me. This is kind of deep. Let me just sit, like, settle down. Okay.
So today is not about love anymore.
Oh yeah, it's getting complicated, man. It's getting
Yeah.
complicated because when it is only heart, everything is pure. But when you have minds, mind will destroy everything for you. Like, it's kind of kinky. The thing is, uh,
Bon appetit, teacher Chris. Yum, 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 yum. I'm hungry.
all right. So for me, uh, it's all about connection. Like each part, we naturally, each parts of our body, they are connected. It's natural. Naturally, we are connected. Like each part of your body is connected. But when it comes to mind and heart, let's say that those parts that they're not uh, they're not concrete. You don't see them. You can't touch them. It is like it's in your head. It's imaginary, like heart. I know we have a heart like this, but the heart that I mean is something else, like a feeling. And the beautiful thing about heart, what can it do? But if I just what's wrong with it? My gosh. Okay. All right. If we connect our heart and our mind perfectly, perfectly, we will go through any difficulties, any hard situation, easily. We just make it like when you are sad. Okay, okay, go away. When you are sad, like this. When she's the pain in my neck, I don't get angry because I use my mind. I'm not playing with my emotion because my heart is aching now, maybe because of her, but I use my mind in order to cope that pain. The thing is, if you don't connect them and we just rely on one side, let's say I say, Ali, you only use your brain, you don't use your heart, or your heart, not your brain, you are not completed. To be honest, you're not completed because when I'm using only my emotion, my status, my situation, the heart will get. Okay, go ahead. The heart will get over me, like it will get me. I will be emotional all the time. But if I logically think about it, I can just walk through that situation easily because my mind is calculating everything. But my heart, it's stupid at that time. It's not calculating anything. But my mind calculating. That's why if you have a bond, if you have a beautiful created دور شكرتي ورا دور ورا. Okay. All right. Oh my god. All right. She wants to participate. I don't know. Okay. If your heart, okay. Wait. No. Please no. Okay. If your heart. Okay. Wait. Okay. Go. So she wants it because it is her heart. That it's the desire, but she's not using this brain. She's stupid now. She's stupid. Okay.
Hi.
Go.
Hi.
Okay.
How are you?
So she loves you too. Do you love her? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go. Oh my God. She's disaster.
Problem.
Ali, what can I do? Ali, did you get my point? You should have. We should have a connection. We should have a connection. Like our hearts and our minds. They should be, connected naturally. Not you connect them just because you want money or you want a girlfriend. Naturally.
They should work together.
Okay? Oh yes. It's like chemistry. If you have a good chemistry with your girlfriend, you love her and she loves you. That's because of the good chemistry, not just because you're handsome or she's beautiful. It's because of the chemistry that you have.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm using this. It's not chemistry, but I use this. What's wrong
It's
with
like connection.
Yes, absolutely.
My other question is if I have, for example, a negative energy in myself, something thought or feeling, something like
let's do this. Are you ready?
With
Are
which
you
one
ready
I prefer? With my thought or with my heart?
Oh, are you ready to? Are you ready to eradicate that feeling? Are you ready to stop it? Like if you have a negative thought about yourself, if you have a negative thought, if I have a negative thought, what I do first, I just change this motion, like this physicality. I know when I am negative, I feel down. Deep in my heart, I feel down. I'm like this. But I have to chin up, head up, move up. And then you just change your posture, and when your posture is changed for positive, like for good posture like this, you feel a little bit confident, and you're trying to change even your emotion. It's called emotional intelligence. That means you intellectually change your negative feeling into positive by changing. Oh my God, you're suffocating me, man. Come on. Okay, you're changing your, by changing your physicality, your motion, you just change your negative point of view or your negative state of being negative. So that's one point. You just change your physicality. The next one is to do something that you like, but not something emotional. Something that you like to do, but not something that you get emotional. Because when you're emotional and you have a negative feeling, it's not good for you. And third, this is the key for me. just because we are human, we need to feel sad. That's my point of view. We need to feel sad in order to feel that we are human. Or sometimes we are down because life is all about ups and downs. When you're down, you're thinking about the up. But when you're up, you're not thinking about the downs. That's that's why when you're down, it just gives you a lesson about life. So that you should be very proud of yourself when you're down, because that's like a test to test you in this life. So if you are if you are kind of past this test, that means you know how to handle the hard situation. And when you know how to handle the hard situation, you're a mature man. You're just you know how to live. But the thing is, if you if you change your negativity into positivity and you are up now, you should just consider one thing. You remember where you came from. You remember everything. Don't forget anything.
Yeah, exactly. Because life is a polarity. Yeah. So you can't feel the happiness if you never been sad. No. So, Mr. Ali, questions for Alexandra and for teacher Chris.
Okay. For Alexander, I have a question.
Guys, guys, I really feel amazing now when I have my assistant with me always.
Yeah, yeah. But your assistant is really so poor today because he has a low internet connection.
So you are poor because of your internet connection, or your internet connection is poor,
Yeah, poor to
or
contribute
your
here.
okay.
I would like to ask to Alexandra, what Alexandra think, how can a person put out himself or herself from depression? Because I think that depression is something between thoughts and feels, something like that.
Depression. How to avoid it? Okay.
What, for example, a person that feels in depression, what do you think is, how can you help this person?
I will tell you one thing. As one of my friends told me, who is a psychologist, and if you feel depression, you you should have this condition because we are human beings, and when when you feel it, it means you are yourself. You feel your own emotions. You're not a robot. You don't show something like, I don't know how to say it, how to put it, fake emotions. Let's 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 say like this, because most of the time people think I feel depression. What should I do? And if you feel it, just feel it. And it's a temporary condition. We are not able to feel it all the time because it's like when you're happy or you're sad, we we don't know. And but on the other hand, I would say depression is depression means you think about something negative. Uh, Maybe it's a tricky question because there are a lot of positive moments and at the same time there are a lot of negative moments which you have. Avoiding depression is a long process, but you need to listen to your heart. What you should do with the depression, and sometimes maybe it's hard because you can't listen to yourself. You can't understand yourself. For instance, when you like to avoid the depression, you and you think how to do it, what to do it, and there are a lot of questions in your mind, and it means you think about it a lot. You think about your own problems, maybe which makes you feel depression in your own heart. But I think depression means not only the feeling, it means your own condition, how you feel, how you want to live, how you like maybe to become a happy person, or maybe just to complain all the time. But complaining isn't good, because if you complain all the time, you definitely attract something bad to your life. And to be honest, nowadays I feel depression for some reason, and exactly I don't know why. And maybe I need to find the answer to this question, why. And most of the time, when I feel it, I I would like to give up. Maybe I like to stop doing what I'm doing right now. And depression can help you at the same time, because it means you have your own ideas how to how to continue living, how to keep up your own process, and maybe you have some ideas how to do anything in your life. But there is the question for people, which means, are you enough? It means if you're enough, it's something like you have everything, whatever you want in your own life, like happiness, money, friends, health, and so on. I'm enough is a project. I've seen it on YouTube from Marissa P, who's the British therapist, and this project I think can help people to understand what you want to do, who you are in real life, being yourself, being with your soul in the balance, and just enjoy every moment you have, even depression, because we we can't be happy all the time. I think it's impossible. We can't be in the good mood every time, because we are people. We're not the mechanism. We're not like the car or motorbike. We just we are people. And when when someone tells me you need to feel good mood, but if I want to be in the bad mood, Why should I be in the good mood? I don't know. And obviously it's maybe a difficult process to realize how to find the balance between happiness and depression. Most of the time people didn't know how to answer this question. And I know it's difficult, but it's possible when you have something to do with your own subconscious. And from a point of view, human beings learn to be themselves and stay themselves, because if you are if you keep being yourself, you can attract the opposite person, which means the beauty of the world in modern society.
Thank you. I think it can help a lot of people, for example, when you explain something from your life. Because nowadays, a lot of people are in this kind of situation. They have problem with depression or something like that. Thank you for sharing that, Alexandra. I have a question for Chris. I've noticed I don't. Okay, go
Oh,
ahead,
my
Melissa.
assistant. Yes, of course, you can ask questions. I told you, I'm so happy to have you here. Oh, la, la, Ali is helping me a lot, by the way. Yeah, put the questions.
Okay, my question is, how can we train our brain to think more positivity?
It's useless because the brain functions in duality. Only soul and unconditional love sees experiences as experiences without the positive and the negative label. Only the brain and only in our thoughts will see an experience. We choose to see any experience with our brains as a positive experience or a negative experience at any time. The other day I was very, very, very depressed and I felt like ending my life. Now, this choice was done by my brain. At that moment, I thought all was lost, and I felt like I just wanted to walk into the ocean and never come back. I have these moments, and they happen all the time. I know that it's something from my brain and it's not from soul. It's a condition, and I see it as a condition. I see it as a negative or I see it as a positive. Because soul sees things as experiences and experiences only. It is our brain, which is in the realm of duality. We see things is positive or negative. So that's where I'm coming from for the most part, because in some ways, positive thinking or negative thinking is positive and negative thinking. That's it. Once I see things as experiences to grow, whether they're positive or negative, that's fine. I tend to move away from people don't understand why Chris, why aren't you so focused? Why are you not focused on positive thinking? Because that's half a duality. I know I'm talking semantics right now. I'm just saying positivity is unconditional love, of course. I'm just saying when I start working from spirit or pure energy, I see experiences as experiences and not as a positive thing or a negative thing, where I'm going from one end to the spectrum or to the other. That's why occasionally I have depressions or suicidal thoughts or high elations or extreme joy. Positive. I was euphoric the other day because I was on with Daniel from Pakistan, and he showed me something about web talk. I said, "Oh my God, this is wonderful!" I was euphoric for over a day and a half. I was on cloud nine. I was so happy. So I don't think much about positive thinking, meaning from only the happy or negative, only the sad. I have both in my life. That's the way I see it. I would rather be kind of in the middle so I could stay in balance, because when I'm really happy, emotionally happy, or giddy, or whatever, I get real silly or whatever. You've seen me on here messing around with Risa or whatever, clowning around and whatever. Um, I'm not much of a big fan for positive, meaning positive, out of balance positive. There's positive as a whole, which is good, but I may be confusing the brain too much here. So um, I think I think it's good that when you have a positive experience or a negative experience, it's good to see it from a detached point of view and see it as an experience that you need, instead of being obsessed with the positive.
Waiting for me.
Hey, aloha!
Aloha. Sorry, we have a storm here. I'm late. Sorry about that. But I'm sorry to interrupt. You guys go ahead. I'm just listening.
Oh, fine, Antonina. That's good. Good to hear. Good to hear your voice from Hawaii. So yeah. So people say, Chris, why aren't you? Why don't you be more positive? Or well, whatever. I mean, I am, but I just don't show it. Let's just say it. It the brain can't comprehend. So that's how I'm answering your question about positive thinking. I think positive thinking is just half the aspect of everything. I think I'd rather not be thinking at all. That makes sense. I'd rather be being instead of thinking.
Well, I hope you listen, Mr. Ali.
Yeah, I listen to him. Everything I
Yeah,
listen.
that's why you are saying nothing.
Yeah, no, it's my connection better. I don't know why. One reason I want my connection is better. Where is we're here? My connection starts to be. I don't know what's happened.
Hey. Hi. Hi.
Hi, David.
Hi.
I liked your drawings. I really like your work.
Okay.
I did work like that when I was your age. I really enjoyed being alone and drawing on paper in color, and I really like your work.
So, guys, now let's see your last words for today because it's late and we have to sleep. But I don't want to sleep. Okay. Yeah, I know. So, your last words for today, David. I cannot continue one night because we have to sleep. Okay. So, um, let's see 5 beautiful things for which you are grateful today.
I am grateful for. I know you can't see it too well, but I have sunshine right now
Yeah, we.
coming through the clouds.
Mm-hmm,
That is good. I'm happy for the sunshine coming through the clouds.
mm-hmm.
And I'm happy that Ali has internet connection to ask me a question. Um, I'm happy that everything has a purpose in life. I wasn't doing so well until the Coach Nalutza TV show came on. I feel better. I knew it would help me,
Thank you.
and because it puts me in the present moment, which is good. And I guess the last thing is that I learned today to listen to my body and said, oh, when Bestoon said he had to go out and make some tea, well, says, oh, well, I might as well go out to the refrigerator and get myself an egg and eat it and feel better. So it's important that we listen to ourselves and do the best we can to stay alive.
And the fifth?
Oh, the fifth? That's good. I'm in the moment. I'm losing count. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. The fifth is I'm glad I have just a little bit of water left in my mug.
Oh, that's amazing. Penny, Penny, Penny. Thank you so much, Teacher Chris. Thank you for sharing with us. Ali, merci. I'm listening.
My
We are
that's
listening.
my 5 things that I'm really grateful for today is I'm alive and I'm living. No. The second thing is I can what to eat. I know that I have something to eat today. And the third is that I have my family and my friends around of me, with whom I'm really so happy, so grateful for them. The fourth is I can expand my knowledge. I can read. I can study. I'm really grateful that today I could learn something new from here and from what I've studied before. And the fourth is I'm grateful for being here in this beautiful environment with these amazing people like Yuna Luta, like Chris, Riza, Arsh, Alexandra, and Zinap, I think, were here a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. Yes, she.
And for everyone, I'm grateful for everything around of me. And I have many things that I'm grateful for: my smile, my happiness, love.
Wow, 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 bravo. You have more than five.
Yeah, I have one more, but
Come on, tell us more.
do you want to stay all of the night here?
Yeah, why
If I
not? Yeah.
okay, I'm grateful for having my smile, for seeing that you are smiling. Chris is smiling. I'm happy for that. I'm happy. I'm happy that this live stream give me a lot of love, share a lot of love to people. I'm grateful that I have no my bad internet connection. I'm grateful that I can walk, I can see, I can hear, I can read, I can talk, and I'm grateful that I have my mother, my family, my plants. I have clean water, etc., etc., etc. More and more things.
Wow, bravo. Bravo, Ali, bravo. I'm happy.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I'm
I
grateful for hearing you today about your grateful things. I'm grateful for teacher Chris for our unconditional love. I'm grateful for my connection because now it's much better than before. I'm grateful for this laptop which I have. I'm grateful because I have electricity. I'm grateful for the tea which I drink before. I'm grateful for being in life, for being happy,
are you
for
gra-
smiling. Hmm?
are you grateful for your red lipstick?
Teacher Chris.
I didn't think about the red lipstick all day. I did not.
So now who's thinking? Now Ali. If you are not thinking, teacher Chris, now Ali is thinking.
When I think for that, I can recognize the picture of Riza, which has posted a few days ago. Yeah, just a half of you.
So you remember about that red lipstick? Oh, oh man. Okay. Ay, 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 Risa, Risa.
I'm amazed that I'm getting along with Risa now because I just decided not to, mess with it. I mean, I'm just being genuine with him now. I'm not playing around, and it's much less stress.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much for people from Web Talk who watched this live stream. And to all of you, don't forget to be happy, to smile, and forgive people and forgive yourself. Have a beautiful night. God bless you all.
Go
Bye
to
bye.
bed. Bless
Have a
you.
nice